In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can increase visibility on your pins. It's very easy to do, but it's very important to do as well. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, so there's really two ways that you can use Pinterest. One is as a regular consumer. So you're just on Pinterest and you're just saving designs. Maybe I'm on Redbubble and I'm just, oh, I like this design and I like that design. And I'm just saving it because I'm going to purchase it someday, or I'm just maybe doing a home renovation. So I'm saving pictures. That's one way to use Pinterest. If you're using Pinterest that way, then you can easily save stuff by just Googling Google Chrome Pinterest button, and this will come up. And now I've got it installed. It's this little button that sits over here, and I can just save images right with this little Chrome extension. It's like an add-in. It's called an add-in or an extension, and it's really nice because it's just built right into your browser. Okay, so I've got remove from Chrome, but there would be a button here that says add to Chrome. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. Now, again, I don't want to say this is the wrong way to do it, but this is one way to do it, but there's limitations to it. So here I'm on Pixabay, and I'm just going to type in, I'm going to pick just an image to save off of this. So here's Apollo 11, free website, nice big image here. Now, I want to save this image. Now I've got that Chrome extension, so I can just click this button here over on the top right. And when I click the little Pinterest button, it's going to show me all the images that I can save to a pin from that page. So this is the image here that I want to save. I'm going to click on it. And then down at the bottom, it just says next. And then it gives me an option. I can follow who's created the design. I can also choose a board. Now I've only got two, but I could search if I had a whole bunch. Or I can create a board. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a board, and I'm going to type in Apollo 11 space, for example. And then I'm going to click create. That's now creating a pin that will sit on my Pinterest page. So I can click the little see it now button, and it'll go to my Pinterest page, and that will show me what it looks like. I'll actually just update my Pinterest page here to show you. So here we can see I've got a pin down below, and it's my Apollo 11 space pin. Now when I click on it, my pin's going to open up, and you'll notice when I go into edit my pin, I can edit the board, I can edit a section, and I can edit a private note, but that's it. I can't edit the title. I can't edit the description because I'm just saving someone else's image, someone else's pin, basically. I just pinned it through this extension. So this is sort of, I don't want to say it's the bad way to do it, but there's limitations to it if you're trying to promote your design. So I'm going to show you the better way to do it, the second way to do it. And it's got more options. So if you're promoting a t-shirt or your artwork, I recommend this second way. This second way is better, but it is more work. So I'm going to start off, I'm back on Pixabay. I'm just going to pin the exact same image, but I'm going to do it the quote unquote better way if you're trying to promote stuff. So here's the exact same image. I recommend actually saving the image. Now, if you've created the artwork, you should have a mock-up thumbnail already. So I'm going to save this image and I'm going to pretend it's one of my designs, okay? So I'm just going to click free download. I'm going to save this to my hard drive, and then I'm going to go to Pinterest now, and I'm going to create a pin based on my saved image. So now when I'm on Pinterest, I've got an option now to create a pin. So I'm just going to go to my main page. Okay, here's my Apollo 11, and I'm going to click on that board. Okay, that's where I'm at, and I can go up to the top where it says create, and I can create a pin. So now I'm creating a pin from scratch. Okay, so now it's going to give me an option to add my title, add my image, and then it's going to give me an option here to type in my description, and that's key, and it's going to give me a description link. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my image. I'm going to click on this button, and it's going to pick off of my hard drive. Okay, so now I've uploaded my image. Now you can see here it says we recommend using an aspect ratio that's at least 2 width by 3 tall. And the reason for that is it looks really good on a phone. So I'll get to that in just a minute. I'm going to add my title now. So my title could be like, for example, the name of my artwork. So let's just pretend that this is a piece of artwork that I've created, right? So I could create like Apollo 11 by Crafty Stax, for example. And then like, lunar landing. Something like that. And you'll see it's counting down. And it says the first 40 characters are usually what shows up in the feed. So you can add more if you want, but you may want to keep it somewhat short so that people can read it. Okay, now you're going to say, tell everyone what your pin is about. This is important because this is what helps drive the search engine of Pinterest. So yes, it recognizes the image, but you can type in. So, wear this shirt proudly when you are at a party, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you type in your description of your shirt or the space program or whatever it is. And then you would add your destination link down below. Now I'm just going to use this link off of Pixabay, but let's pretend that was the link to my actual store or my actual product. So I can put that in there. Okay. And now I can publish this thing. I can click on the little link here. I can pick Apollo Space, and then I can click publish. It's the exact same picture, but now we can compare the first method that I did versus the second method that I did. Okay, so I'm back on my main board here, and I've got two little tabbies now. One says created and the other one says saved, and the saved ones show all of my pins here. So I'm just going to click all pins, and that'll get me to all the pins that I've created. So here's the one that I did the first time. This is free image on Pixabay, and this is what I used when I used the little Pinterest app up in the top right of my Google Chrome browser. When I click on that, you'll notice I can't update the free image text. I can't upload this, or I can't change it rather, and I can't change the author, which is Pixabay. I just saved the pin as is. When I go back to the second one now, it's the same site. It'll say Pixabay on both, but let's pretend this is my design. Now I can update what this says. Now I have text. This is created by me. So this is a big deal if you're trying to promote your site or you're trying to promote your designs. This is a big deal because you could have a lot of text in here that helps drive traffic. You can update your description and your title. That's a big one. And then of course, this shows that you're the author of it instead of just saving the pin from another author. So you can just Google this, but I just wanted to show you the ideal Pinterest pin size is 1000 pixels by 1500 pixels. It's about a 2:3 ratio. You want to have it taller than it is wide. And the reason for that is because it looks great on your phone. So I'm just using Photoshop. Again, it doesn't matter what you use ever. Like if you use Canva or Inkscape or whatever, it's all good. Whatever art program you're using, I've just got a preset set up where it's a Pinterest pin is the name of my preset. The width is 1000, the height is 1500, the resolution is 300. And when I click OK, that will now give me a pin size template that I can use now to create a decent looking pin. So this is just an example of what you can do with the bigger template. So here's my original image. From there, I'll put on, say, a background that'll be eye-catching. And then I'll put in the text at the top, Apollo 11. And then I'll put my name down at the bottom of my store, for example. So that's just a very basic example of how you can make a pin that would stand out a bit better. So I'm going to save this now and then pin that, and we can compare all three. All right, I'm back on Pinterest, and now I'm going to go in and just create my third pin. So I'm going to go up here to the top, and I'm going to click Create, and then Create Pin. From here, I'm going to select my image off of my hard drive that I just saved. So there's my pin, and then I can add my title accordingly. Apollo 11 print by Crafty Stax. And maybe it's a certain size or something, right? Like who knows? And then you can type in, blah, 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 what your description is. And this says, make it at least 100 characters. I would recommend that you have an actual like keyword. So you'd add things like, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, lunar landing. Now, obviously you would type this out, right? So you would say, this t-shirt, this art print, since it's 11 by 17, showcases the amazing work done by NASA, and specifically Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. So something like that. People will usually see the first 50 characters when they click on the pin, so it doesn't need to be an essay, but you should have something in there, because now you're putting keywords inside of this pin, and then you're going to have a destination link to your actual shop or to the actual image. So now I'll plink in my destination link, which is the link to the Pixabay site, but we'll just pretend that would be my store, and then I'll select my board. So that's Apollo 11 space. You can just publish it right here, or you can select the board and then you can go up to the top and select publish. Either way, you're fine. It'll think for a second and then it will create that pin. And now this pin, imagine if that's on your phone, would it look better or worse than the other pin? So we can see our pin here. You can see it's got our name on it. And we can see now, again, this is a big deal. This has got text and the title inside of it. So let's take a look at all three. So here we can see the 3 pins that we've created. This is our first pin, free image on Pixabay. We had no choice on updating what this said or the size of the picture. We just had a pin. We just saved it, which is great if you're using it as a consumer and you're not trying to promote things. You're just saving things to an idea board. The second one we created ourselves. And as you can see here, it doesn't show you a ton of text. Apollo 11 by Crafty, Stax, and that's about it. But when you click on the pin, it would show you some more, and it would have this stuff in here. The description is big as well. This is like the second best option. It's better. This is the best option. So this one up here is taller. It would fit your phone better or mobile device better. And as you can see here, when we click on it, it's got all of the other benefits as well. It's got the title, it's got the text, it's got the author, and then from there, we can then track where things are getting pinned and the amount of views, the amount of pins, and the amount of click-throughs. So I hope you guys found that helpful. I recommend the green one, okay? That's the type, that's the best. It's the most work. It took me the most time and energy to make that pin, but that also gives you the best chance of having the pin be seen by more people, get into searches, get repinned, get retweeted, get Facebooked, get all that stuff. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Making a great pin can be the difference between nobody knowing about your shop and a whole bunch of people knowing about your shop. Hope you found that helpful, guys. Click the like button if you found this helpful. Click the subscribe button if you'd like to see more of these sorts of videos. And I really hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much and take care.